I've been coping well. I mean, I haven't been doing a lot, but it's nice to not doing anything that much. I've been writing this and that, but that's it. Because right now the focus is on the album. I mean, like during the quarantine, I finally finished the whole album. Okay, at first, I mean, I don't know why, but music has always been my thing since I was like little. I would always sing and dance to music. One of the reasons that I love singing is because I watch a lot of Disney and I sang along with the Disney films. And to me, singing is a bit like logic. It's like I when I was baby, I don't understand how people are being pitchy to the sound because to me, I mean, it's just copying the sound. But I'm not pitch perfect either. But yeah. So I mean, I know that singing has always been my thing, and I love making music. And I start to write when I was 16 because I mean, I was listening to Taylor Swift, and I really love how she tells her story. So I thought, okay, maybe I could tell my own story as well. So I start writing. I doubted myself if my singing was good or not. And then I thought like maybe joining The Voice could prove myself. Like if I was good enough, I would probably pass into the show. And then I got into the show, and it became a thing, and it became my career afterwards. And I wasn't like I wasn't totally expecting all of this to happen, but when it happens, I'm glad that it did. Yeah. It was crazy. I mean, like television or entertainment business, like behind the scenes seems super far away from me. Singing for The Voice was like, okay, the whole country will watch this. I was like shaking. I was gonna puke right before the show, but I didn't. Glad. But yeah, and when the judges turn, I was like not there anymore. I was closing my eyes and sang, and in my head I was like, just finish the song, just finish the song, just finish the song, because my mind was all over the place. I was so excited and I couldn't control myself that much. It was a really, really amazing experience for me. Yeah. I have no idea, but I have always been fascinating about films. I watch a lot of films. Like even when I was like 7, I would watch Luc Besson film, like The Fifth Element or things like that. Like sometimes I don't even realize how good they are, but my dad watched a lot of movie, and I think that's kind of educate me in the sense of film and made me want to do something about films. So when I was 14, I kind of write my own novel. It's very bad, but it's like I finished a novel. Like I finished writing a novel, like telling story. And then writing music, it's kind of similar. Like you're telling story and films as well. So I don't know, like to me it's the way of telling, like we're using different methods, but the story that we want to tell, we can tell, and we can take the approach in the same way for me. So I don't know, it just became something that I really love, and in my head it made sense. It's connected. After the Voice show, like a Thai film company contacted me because they saw me on the show, and they were like, oh, we feel like you might be able to act because the way you sing, we can feel your like emotions and feelings, like your eyes express. So I was like, okay, cool. I went to the casting and I got the role, and that how it became a thing for me. Like nothing is planned. Like everything just happened. Like for me, like the show as well, I wasn't expecting to get like fans or anything like that. I was just wanting to prove myself, and oh yeah, it's like people actually watch his shows, like things like that. Yeah. I actually enjoy almost every role. One of my favorite character is Jay from Heart Attack. She's like a post-production producer for retouching photos, and she's very bossy, and she's really, she's in her head, she knows how to connect, like how to manage the crisis that's happening, and I really love that character. Like, and the way she express is really far from me, because I'm like one of those people who's like, oh, wow, oh cool, like but she's like very dead. in expressing.
Oh.
So it's really interesting to play her. Yeah. Since I was in high school, I would always listen to more of English songs, and when I write music, it would be all in English. I feel like English express my feelings better, even though Thai is my first language, but I don't know why. English is like a better way to express for me. For Thai music, some of them I didn't write it myself, and I find it hard to write in Thai. So when I became independent, I thought, okay, maybe it's time for me to, it's a new chapter. Maybe I could try releasing the music that I wrote before, like the English one. Smokes. Smoke is this song. I wrote it in a very a movie approaching way, in a movie way. Like in my head, I can see the setting, I can see the ambience, the people, and how the story would go, and I would describe it as like a scene. It's, you know, like we women, we're like, oh, we don't smoke, but sometimes we want to spend time with someone that we like. We would, okay, we'll go out. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have been through that, but it's just the way that I took this approach. I just really create a scene in my head and write about it. Taylor Swift, because I start writing because of her. And I love a lot of Lana Del Rey vibe. And also right now, I really love how Lauv write his lyrics. I'm more of a lyrics person, so I really like how simple the story is, but you can find an approach that is different from others, and I like it when it's simple, but it's very special. So Lauv is one of those songwriters that I love so much. Yeah. Okay, so I Do It Again is a very heartbroken song, but to me, when I look at it, it seems like a very beautiful memory to me. A lot of interviewers and a lot of people, like, comments on this song is like, it's a toxic relationship, why would you go through that again, why would you do it again? But in my head, it wasn't toxic at all. It's just different people that weren't meant to be together, and in the good part, it's so beautiful that it's worth having, and for the bad part is that you learn about yourself and you go through it and you grew through it, and to look back and if you think you would go through it again, it's okay, because it's worth having all of those memories to me. And Glitter and Smoke is about love that never stays, but looking back is like a good memory. I'm really excited about this releasing. It feels like I can breathe again, because I was sitting on this album for quite a while before releasing them. I almost gave up, like I almost released them as an EP instead of like an album. So yeah, I'm really proud of Glitter and Smoke. Oh, I love festivals, so any festival sounds like fun to me. One of the festivals that I go to a lot is Laneway, Singapore. If it's still on for Laneway, I would love to try to perform there, because it's right next to my home, Bangkok and Singapore, you know. Well, I think I would designing show, like performance, designing the show for our live sets, and try to go on tour. And if it's possible, I would like to have my own concerts. In Thailand, we would go to bars to perform, but I would like to have like a concert hall that I perform for like 1,000 people or something like that. That would be cool. If it's possible, I would love to go to perform in Singapore and around Asia. That would be like fun. Yeah.